Hello and welcome to Colins Time to Bake, baking with the Bake Off. This week, the technical challenge saw the bakers making an Arlette, or an Arlette. My French accent's just spot on, isn't it? This buttery cinnamon biscuit is wafer thin, huge and crisp, so let's hope that that's what mine turn out to be like. The recipe I'm using is Paul Hollywood's, which they used in the actual Bake Off themselves. It's down below in the description if you want to click that, or just follow along with me on the video and see how we go. The whole process takes about 2.5 hours if you've done this correctly, or if you're me, about 1.5 hours. This doesn't mean you're going to be successful, just a little bit quicker. In a bowl, add 60 grams of strong white flour, 60 grams of plain flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 50 milliliters of water, and 40 grams of melted butter. Mix this together with your hands to make a dough, and then take the dough out and put it onto a lightly floured surface, where you need to knead this, for 5 minutes. Just get it going, just get it kneading. Once the 5 minutes is up and your wrists are lovely and sore, shape the dough into a square and cover in cling film. Put it into the fridge for an hour, or, and this is the cheating part, put it into the freezer for 20 to 30 minutes. That's what I'm going to be doing. While this is chilling, take 125 grams of butter and 25 grams of your strong white flour with 25 grams of your plain flour. Put this all in a bowl together, and using an electric mixer, you want to blend this until creamy. Scoop this out and put this onto a flat surface with cling film, and then place another layer of cling film over the top. You'll then want to roll this flat into a rectangle. Make sure the edges are as even as possible. This is quite tricky. Make sure the cling film doesn't fold in or crease underneath, because once you've chilled it, it's going to be rock hard, and if the cling film's wrapped inside, when you take it off, it'll tear it apart. You don't want that to happen. Now you want to put this into the fridge for about 25 minutes, or again if you're me, 12 to 15 minutes in the freezer. Once chilled, take the dough and the butter out and place onto a surface. You'll want to put the butter down first, take all the cling film off, and then take the dough and unwrap it and place it directly in the middle of the butter. Then fold the top half of the butter down onto the dough and then the bottom half up. This is where not freezing would have been more helpful. As you can see, mine's a bit cracked around the edge, but never mind, I'm going to continue because everything's fixable, right? Right? So with the short end facing you, not sure how that worked because I've made a square. Roll this into a long rectangle again on a lightly floured surface. Fold the top down halfway and then the bottom halfway up, and then fold in the middle. This is called a book fold, which is completely new to me, always learning, which is exactly why I'm making all the technical bakes, because it's technical and I'm learning new things. And hopefully you guys are learning too. Once you've done this, chill for 25 minutes in the fridge, or 15 minutes in the freezer. Then take out, and with the short end facing you again, roll flat, do the book fold again, top down to the middle, bottom up to the middle, fold in half, and then chill again for 25 minutes. 15 minutes in the freezer. While this is chilling for the millionth time. For the cinnamon filling, you need 40 grams of granulated sugar and 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Mix this together. Simple as. Now take your dough out of the fridge or freezer. When it's time, roll it flat into a rectangle and liberally sprinkle over the cinnamon sugar mix. Do the book fold again, top down, bottom up, split in half. But this time, instead of chilling it straight away, you can roll this out into a rectangle again. I'm going to cut the top and bottom off mine because they're a little bit uneven. You don't have to do that. Then roll the rectangle up like a Swiss roll. Try and get it as tight as possible because you're going to want a good swirl. Wrap this, and now you chill it in the fridge for 25 minutes or 15 minutes in the freezer. While this is chilling for the last time, turn on your oven to 200 degrees. When the time is up, take it out the fridge or freezer and set to one side. Now you're going to start slicing. Take the ends off to make it nice and even, and then you'll want to split it into 8 1 centimeter or half an inch thick pieces. If there is a little bit left over at the end, don't worry, because you can always make little ones, because why would you waste it? Now you need to take the fat discs and on a surface, liberally sprinkled with icing sugar, roll them as flat as you can and make them about 1 to 2 millimeters thick. I found that's the best. As for the actual size, I honestly have no idea how big they're meant to be. I guess as long as it's thin enough and you can still work with it, then it's fine. Place these onto a baking tray lined with whatever you desire. I actually use silicone liners from Poundland. Honestly, it's the best thing I've ever bought from Poundland. I love them. And place them into the oven for 5 to 6 minutes or until they're brown and crisp. Cool in a wire rack, and then it's time to eat. So yeah, there it is. I think I'd be alright with it. It does have a little bit of crisp to it. I think I might have put a little bit too much icing sugar on the outside because it has gone a little bit white. Smells amazing, tastes amazing. It's good, it's about as big as my face. And now it's time for the taste test. They sure are addictive. I'll be baking with the Bake Off for the rest of the series. Every technical challenge, I will be doing them, so feel free to join me on the channel by clicking subscribe. And here next week is bread. You can catch me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. So my name is Colin, this is Colin's Time to Bake. Thank you very much and we'll see you soon.